right, are you there? Ollie's in the house with another loaf of sweet, sweet bread for you. Today's loaf of bread comes to us from Manly P. Hall, and it goes like this. An ancient philosopher once said that the bee makes his honey from the pollen of the flower, while from the same source, the spider makes his poison. And the problem that confronts us is, are we bees or spiders? Do the experiences of life become honey, or do we change them into poison? Are you a spider or are you a bee? That's the question that I challenge you to answer today. What do you make of your experiences? What do you extract from the things that happen to you? Are you a spider or are you a bee? As Manly Hall tells us in this quote, you're one or the other. Either you take what life gives you and you turn it into wisdom, or you take what life gives you and you turn it into suffering. Either you make honey or you make poison. The quality of your life depends on this. And this is a choice that each one of us is asked to make. Nobody is born a bee and nobody is born a spider. It is a choice. And like all of those very important and very subtle choices that I've mentioned in the past, it's a choice you have to know is available to you. Because if you don't know this choice is available, if you just assume that things are the way they are and you are the way you are, it's very likely that you're going to be a spider. Because biologically, we have evolved to become aware of threats and negativity far more quickly than to become aware of the positive and the opportunity. We've evolved to be hypersensitive to negativity because many, many moons ago, this was a survival mechanism. In psychology, they call it negativity bias. And they've done research that shows that it takes 3 times more positive interactions just to undo the damage of one negative interaction. I could be messing those numbers up, but it's something like that. It takes a lot of positive reinforcement to undo a little bit of negative reinforcement. So yes, we are born with a slight tendency towards pessimism and cynicism and negativity, because that used to be a really good thing for us. Our lives depended on it, on our ability to identify threats quickly and efficiently. And of course, that alertness and that sensitivity toward the negative comes at a cost. It means that we are less aware and less mindful of the positive, of the opportunity, and the blessing. In a situation that presents a bit of both, we tend to see the negative more readily than the positive. And so it involves a conscious decision. Because if you just let your natural, biological, and cultural conditioning take charge, you will be a spider. You will go through life, and instead of making honey, you will make poison. Instead of extracting wisdom and using that wisdom, you will extract suffering, and you will suffer. That's the life of the spider in this metaphor. Of course, I'm sure in reality, spiders are totally blissful because they don't have the human mind to worry them. They're at peace and they are one with nature and one with the divine, and they are divine, and they don't need to become aware of it because they just are. That's the beauty of being an animal. But we are not animals anymore, my friends. Or if we are a very strange type of animal. An animal that cuts down trees to build its nests. An animal that wears strange skins and speaks in very elaborate, very strange sounds. We don't just bark, we don't just growl, we make these weird mouth sounds and these grunts, and somehow this sound allows us to communicate telepathically. I can even draw little squigglies on a page, and you will know exactly what I was thinking when you look at those squiggly symbols. So yes, we are animals, but no, we are not like any other animal. And so we come back again to this question. Are you a bee or are you a spider? Do you make honey out of the things that life brings to you, or do you make poison? That's all I got for you today, my friends. I hope that this was a thought-provoking video. I hope that it will give you a lot to consider, and I hope that it will help you to make the transition from spider to bee, if indeed that is a transition that you need to make. Peace out, homies, and don't forget to live well.